wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 3 knockouts. He comes tonight from El Paso, Texas. Welcome to Albuquerque, Martin Ochoa. In the blue corner, weighing in at 131.5 pounds, record of 7-4, 2 knockouts. He comes from Los Lunas, New Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Crespin, referee Al Martinez.
So we wait for the bell for round 1. Crespin in the blue trunks out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. His opponent, Martin Ochoa out of El Paso, Texas. We're all set for this 6th rounder in the lightweight division. Crespin, they kind of call him the man that stands at the door. If you want to move on to the next level, you've got to get through Crespin out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. And now the two are going to switch corners. There's a little bit of mix-up before we can get this one started, but we're just about ready to get underway here. And there you're looking at Martin Ochoa out of El Paso, Texas. Martin, a pretty good boxer. He likes to move around a lot. Depends on foot movement and hand speed. Crespin is also pretty similar, although he's a little more of a pressure fighter. Not a big knockout artist. And the bout is underway, and right away you see Martin Ochoa run in there and throw some left hands to the body. Crespin, the former kickboxing star turned boxer, also was a Golden Gloves finalist for the New Mexico Golden Gloves. I believe he won the Golden Gloves here in New Mexico. There's a good overhand right from Crespin. Crespin has appeared quite a few times here on the 8-count boxing hour. He's also had some good national exposure, but his record below 500. He's more of your journeyman, but he is definitely considered a man who gets a lot of respect in the boxing world, especially on the local level. The two look about evenly matched when it comes to hand speed here. You see Martin Ochoa just trying to kind of creep in. There's a big left hand that just misses from Crespin in the blue trunks. We're just underway, round 1 here. Lightweights, you're watching the 8-count boxing hour on Community Cable Channel 27. Public access television in Albuquerque, the 8-count boxing hour. Professional boxing coming to you from the Lujan building on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds in Albuquerque. Martin Ochoa in the red trunks. Martin written across the front waistband. Now he's pulling down on the back of the head of Crespin, but Crespin just keeps digging to the body, and looks like Ochoa was trying to kind of cuff his opponent Crespin to kind of get him off of him there, but Martin Ochoa slips out. Now Crespin comes in and fires the right hand and tries to come back with the left, just missing. Again, Crespin moving in, being a little bit more aggressive here. Crespin, the boxer out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. And Martin Ochoa spins around with Crespin and knocks him down here. He gets a warning from the referee about the pushing tactics. Here's Crespin, nothing fancy, just comes in. There was a nice shot that landed to the nose of Ochoa. Crespin moving in on his opponent. Just a pretty straightforward boxing style, nothing fancy. And there he wings with kind of a half uppercut, half hook. Just missing again. Boy, if he zeroes in on his opponent, though, he's going to be dangerous. There's a good right hand that lands solid by Crespin. Crespin doing good here in this first round, throwing some nice combinations here. Martin Ochoa looks like he's more waiting to set up for one big shot here. And that's the bell to end the first round. So now we go up into the corner of Martin Ochoa, and the expert ringsmanship. His ring cornerman, Ariel Conde, will show you some of his expert work. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, he's going to give a drink. Oh. Ariel Conde. And Ochoa's getting kind of thirsty here. Ariel, can we... Oh, jeez. Okay, get the right bottle. Ariel Conde having a little trouble here working in the corner. Oh, man. Well, anyway, there you go, Ariel. That's the way. Anyway, Ariel Conde is the corner man here for Martin Ochoa, who's had a little trouble with his opponent, Crespin, in the first round, and then has a little trouble getting a drink of water here. Boxing coming to you from the Lujan building here in Albuquerque. Dan Cisneros at ringside, and you're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour. Martin Ochoa with the more impressive record, but definitely hasn't faced the type of competition that Crespin has faced. Laurent Warrior from Albuquerque was a good fight for Crespin. He lost a unanimous decision in that one. He also lost to Eddie Hobson, who was later to go on to become the world champion. So Crespin has been in there with a far better class of fighters than has his opponent, Martin Ochoa. And now another warning to Ochoa from referee Al Martinez. And there you see Crespin again, now circling to his left, but keeping his hands busy. He's pouring in the artillery here, and it's scoring on Martin Ochoa. Crespin just being busier than Martin Ochoa. We're in the second round of about scheduled for 6. And there's Martin missing with a big left hand, and then Crespin grazed him with one shot and missed again. Both of these men are just missing. Oh, a low blow. Oh, man, a low blow by Martin Ochoa. That one south of the border here, and Crespin needs to take his time here and recover from this. So the two were mixing it up, and then all of a sudden, Martin Ochoa, I don't think it was on purpose, but he did go downstairs there, and Crespin will get up to 5 minutes to recover. He'll take all the time he needs here. Referee Al Martinez right on top of the situation. And Crespin says he's ready, and here we go. So Crespin takes a low blow here. Comes out a little bit, looks a little bit angry here now. He comes out throwing some harder shots. He didn't appreciate that, and now Crespin with a good attack. Moving forward, keeping his hands moving, throwing some good power punches. He's just not able quite to find the target. There again, he misses with the big left hand. Crespin now getting serious, looking to do some damage on his opponent, Martin Ochoa. And now Ochoa just kind of wrestles Crespin and tries to throw him into the ropes, but Chris works his way out. Crespin was also the opponent for Robbie Lovato out of Santa Fe. He was that was the pro debut of Lovato. That fight taking place in the pit in Albuquerque in front of about 10,000 fans. And right now, Crespin going to work on Ochoa. He's even fighting well in retreat, and he's also fighting well when he moves forward. There he moves forward and lands a couple of shots inside now. And Martin Ochoa punching a little bit wide and keeps hitting the shoulders of Crespin. Ochoa with the uppercut, but then Crespin comes back with 2 good shots to the head. Body shots and uppercuts now coming from Crespin, and there you see him again with that uppercut left hook combination. And now he goes back to the body, the uppercut, the left hook. That's been working all night. There's an uppercut right hook. Crespin working nicely now with the body shots, uppercuts, and hooks, and he just kind of pushes Ochoa off of him. And now Martin Ochoa tries to get in there and get rough. There's a right hand from Crespin. And Ochoa just missing with the uppercut of his own here. Martin Ochoa now with his back to the ropes. He's in the corner, and Crespin could open up on him here, but he seems to be kind of leveling off a little bit. He doesn't want to burn himself out. He's been scoring well in this round. And Ochoa tries to push Crespin away, and he ain't going nowhere. He stands right in there throwing shots. The two are continuing to fight after the bell here. So the bell rings, the two guys just kept going at it. Good action fight here. Martin Ochoa and Chris Crespin, and I guess he got another water bottle in the corner here for Martin Ochoa. So the two were really going at it, and the bell was ringing. They were trying to get the two to separate. Going to war here, Chris Crespin and Martin Ochoa in this 6-round lightweight bout. Two rounds in the books now. 4 to go. And I have it 2-0 for Las Lunas, New Mexico's Chris Crespin. There you see his cornermen. That's Ken Harding and John Cedillos working the corner for him. And in the other corner, Martin Ochoa taking instructions from Ariel Conde. Former professional fighter. He's also fought under the name of Henry Perez. We're just set now for round 3 here at the Lujan building. Martin Ochoa in the red trunks. Chris Crespin in the blue walks right out and throws a right hand to the head of Ochoa. Neither man are really that quick-handed. Neither man really a speed type fighter, but there's enough hand speed there to get their shots there. Now Crespin trying to work behind the jab. And I think the two bumped heads right there, but Crespin comes back with a right hand. And there goes Chris again with the combination punching, just missing though. He just can't quite find a way to zero in on his opponent, Martin Ochoa. And Ochoa missing with the left hand, and here comes Crespin on the attack now. And Ochoa with a jab of his own. The two are trying to trade jabs here. I'm not sure who has the better one. But Crespin is throwing his more often, and that's going to pay him dividends in the eyes of the judges. Oh, a nice right hand sneaks in there from Martin Ochoa, but Crespin does not back off. He keeps moving in. Rips to the body now with 2 shots. Crespin mixing up his punches well. Really doing a nice job of mixing his punches, coming in from all angles, and look at Crespin again. And he gets out of the way as Martin Ochoa tried to counterpunch with that right, and Crespin was gone. Crespin doing a good job of working in and out on his opponent, Martin Ochoa. Ochoa with 6-2-1 for his record, and Crespin at 4-7. Even though he was announced at 7-4, I think that was a mistake. His record is 4-7. So you would think by the records that Ochoa should be the man in control here, but no, it's Chris Crespin in the blue trunks so far, doing a nice job here on Martin Ochoa. Neither man's been down, although Crespin was put down with a low blow, but he took a minute to recover. Another warning now for a low blow to Martin Ochoa. That's 2. And now Martinez is going to start taking points if he doesn't watch it. I'm not sure that it's intentional. I think he's just trying to go to the body, and he's, just landing a little bit low here, but now he throws Crespin into the ropes and gets a warning for that from the referee. And Al Martinez is going to lose his patience here in a minute with this guy if he doesn't quit fooling around and start boxing. There he eats an uppercut from Crespin and a right hand. Chris Crespin scoring on Martin Ochoa here. Both men shooting the jab, and here comes Crespin though. When his jab lands, he's going to follow it with something. And now Ochoa tries to go to the body, and Crespin slips out. Chris Crespin looks like he's in a good rhythm here tonight. And that ends round 3, so we've got 1 round to go in this one. Excuse me, we're halfway done. We have 3 rounds to go in this one. This one's scheduled for 6, not 4. Professional boxing coming to you from the Lujan building here in Albuquerque at the State Fairgrounds. Round 4 just about ready to get started here. We look into the corner now of Martin Ochoa. Hasn't had much success in this one so far. I mean, he's landed a good shot here and there, but he's being outworked by the busy Chris Crespin. And that's an indication of what I was telling you about Crespin. Although he doesn't have a very good record, below 500, he does get a lot of respect from the boxing community here in New Mexico, as he always makes it tough for anybody, even the better fighters that move on. They got to get through Chris Crespin first. And Chris looks like he's really in a good rhythm tonight. So we're just about ready now. The seconds are called out of the ring by referee Al Martinez. Heading into round 4 now. Scheduled for 6, Martin Ochoa and Chris Crespin here on the 8-count boxing hour. Dan Cisneros sitting ringside. Hope you're enjoying the action tonight. Putting this all down on videotape for you to be shown at a later date. Martin Ochoa and Chris Crespin. And now Ochoa just kind of lays back on the ropes, and Crespin says, come on, come and get some. Ochoa trying to sucker Crespin to come after him on the ropes, and Chris ain't going. He tells him, no, you come out to the ring and fight. So they do, and here we go now. Left hands flying from both men. Crespin working with the right hand, just coming up short again with that chopping right. He tried to drop the right in there. There's a good jab from Ochoa. Martin Ochoa now starts to open up the offense. Crespin's been offensive all night long, but Ochoa just kind of holding back. Now he opens it up a little bit. The two are trading, but Crespin continues to work. Look at that with both hands. He's not just throwing one shot, he's throwing some combinations. Big right hand missing now by Martin Ochoa. Crespin in the blue trunks has been the busier fighter, and there's a low blow again. That's the 3rd time now. Another low blow landed by Martin Ochoa, and just when Chris Crespin was getting warmed up here, that's going to stop his momentum for sure. Referee Al Martinez tells Chris to take his time and make sure he's ready to go before he goes here. A lot at stake. He's got a good lead on points, in my opinion, on the judging scorecards. Of course, that's unofficial, but I would have to think Chris Crespin has the lead here. He had a good fight going to this point. Let's see now if this doesn't cool him down and slow down his momentum. That's the 2nd big low blow landed by Martin Ochoa. The 3rd that's been called by referee Al Martinez. He's warned him a few times. Now Crespin comes out with a little bit of fire. Throws a big right hand, but look at Ochoa now digging to the body with the left hand with that lead left. And now Martin Ochoa just kind of laying back on the ropes, trying to sucker Crespin again, and this time Crespin just bombs him away, and Martin Ochoa spins out. He loses his mouthpiece in the process. And Ochoa, who was trying to sucker Crespin to come after him on the ropes, I guess when Chris finally did it, he found out that wasn't going to work. Chris Crespin just punished him on the ropes there, and now Ochoa staying out in the center of the ring. There's Ochoa with a left hand to the body. Back in that same spot on the ropes now, and Crespin, oh, he just misses with a left hand. Chris with the nice uppercut there by Chris Crespin. And Crespin now just pecking away. He doesn't want to burn himself out. He's pacing himself here, but he's scoring. Okay, and they're lulling the action. Referee Al Martinez now will wash out the mouthpiece and put it back in, so a little bit of a rest for both fighters here. Crespin just outworking his opponent, Martin Ochoa, in this one, in my opinion. If he can just keep up this pace, he should have a victory. Oh, a big right hand to the nose of Ochoa. That one landed right on the nose. And Crespin now again sticks 2 shots to the head. Again, a left hand and a right hand. Crespin starting to score heavy now to the head of Ochoa. Blood pouring out of his nose. He may have a broken nose here. The referee calls the ring doctor in to take a look at it here. Crespin watching intently here as ring doctor Shively steps up to take a look at this man. Going to make a decision here. That's it. Referee, or the ring doctor advises the referee to stop this one. It's all over. So Chris Crespin of Las Lunas, New Mexico, picks up an impressive victory here tonight, stopping Martin Ochoa. Chris Crespin, who was in control all the way, sticks with it and goes to work and busts up the face of his opponent. And right now, let's go up to the ring announcer, Henry Tafoya, to make it official.
Winner by TKO from Las Lunas, New Mexico, Chris Crespin. Now send your attention to the eastern side of our auditorium once again. Welcome to Benavides family.
The 8-count boxing now, it's always a knockout.
From Albuquerque, New Mexico,